our unifiers tonight. Oh, this crowd is beautiful. I saw people walking up. Most beautiful people ever. I said, this might be the event we have that has the most gorgeous people ever. People from the African American community, the Latino community. We've got people representing the Asian community tonight. We've got some gringos here as well. Some patriotic Americans. That's what we all are. We're all patriotic Americans. And the sooner we realize that we are in this together, the faster we get through these tough times. And I think that the America First Republican Party is all about bringing Americans of all stripes together to solve the problems we have. You know, the one thing I was talking to people tonight as you were walking in, and if I didn't get a chance to say hi to everybody, I hope to before the night is over. No matter where you're from, if you grew up here and you're fifth generation, if your mom's from Cuba and you came here, if you're from Guatemala, from Latin America, from South Phoenix, from Goodyear, wherever you're from, Scottsdale, Paradise Valley, or the Biltmore, we all recognize that things aren't going the right way. Something is wrong right now. How many of you think that things are going in the right direction? Let me see a show of hands. Right direction. I was going to have somebody examine your head if you raised your hand. How many of you were doing better 5 years ago?
Yes.
Yes, indeed. Because we were starting to bring back that American prosperity, the American dream under President Trump. And we're going to do that again. And so I don't want people to get down. I want them to know that our best days are ahead, but we have to unify. We can no longer be this group and that group and this group. We have to come together as Americans, because what they're doing right now with this open border, this is an open border invasion of our country. 10 to 12 million people have poured into our country. And where are they staying? In homes that are meant for Americans. And our government is paying to bring him here. The government is paying for health care. How many of you think health care costs are easy for your family to absorb right now? Government's paying for health care. And then at the same time, they wanted to send $95 billion overseas to kill people. Washington, D.C. is a mess. And the only way to change it is to show up in force, unify, and show up as a huge block of voters who are for taking America back and making America great again. Is anybody ready for that besides me? I thought so. Look, whether you love President Trump or not, I love him. I think he's fantastic. I know him on a personal level. He's not the guy that the media portrays. You have to love those policies that he brought forth. He wanted to bring Americans together. He wanted to secure the border so we don't have people pouring in unvetted. You know, I was just talking to Jay, he's here tonight, former Phoenix police officer. And he said, we finally caught that group of bandits who've been breaking into homes. 111 homes have been broken into all over the valley. They finally caught them. These are people, a professional robbery ring that came in across our border illegally. They've been pouring into people's homes, breaking into homes, robbing them blind, taking everything. And they're professionals at this. They see a wide open border and they go, what an opportunity. They may be coming from another country where there's a bunch of people who are poor and they've robbed them already. And now they go, wow, we get to go into the land of the free and the rich and rob them. And they've been doing it. So they're not just breaking across our border now, they're breaking into our homes. And the people who Joe Biden has allowed to come into this country, it's only a matter of time before we have terrorist attacks on our home soil, before we have crime that's already surging even higher. We should be safe in America. We should be safe when we take our kiddos and go from the parking lot of the grocery store into the grocery store. We should be safe without having to look over our shoulder. And we can solve these problems. The problem is that the people right now in Washington, D.C., they don't want to solve the problems. You know why? There's so much money in pouring dollars into the symptoms of the problem. How many of you are business owners? If you got a problem in your business, do you try to solve the problem? If you got let's say you have a roof leaking. Let's just say go something where you didn't have any control over it, your roof is leaking. Do you just spend money on mops and buckets and paper towels? And every time it rains, you just mop it up, you get the buckets out? Or do you say, we gotta fix that hole in the roof because we can't